Hello guys, what's good, what's going on? Hope you're all well. Well, do I have a story for you today? I was actually in the middle of doing something else altogether, but I came across this, I don't know what you're going to call it, like I can't make this up, okay? So, one-stop shop for everything now. Your favourite clothing store, if it's North Star, is also giving a discount if you live in America. Sorry guys for Australia, but wait, we're not left out, okay? 20% discount on your purchases. So if you don't know North Star, they do like winter clothing. I'm pretty sure I had maybe a jacket or something when I used to live in Melbourne where it was cold. Like there's puffy jackets and hiking stuff, mountain camping, that type of stuff, yeah? Not cheap. Not the most expensive, but they're definitely not cheap. So they're offering 20% discount. Yay! All you have to do is sign up for a 1 hour racism course, basically. Yeah, racial something they call it. Yeah, it's like part of this DE, diversity, equity, blah 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 bullshit training, which I was going to make another video on that, but it's just like so much it did my head in. I'm like, you know what? I need to talk about this because if I talk about it, I'm bringing life to it, and it just needs to die. But this exists anyway. So let me first show you the ad that they put out, which I just thought was amazing, really good. So give me a second and watch this.
At North Face, we always wondered why people of color don't climb. Well, if the mountain won't come to Muhammad, Muhammad will have to go to the mountain. The only problem is, the mountain is crawling with white people. North Face. Once you go black, you'll never go back.
So there you go. How'd you like that? Was it good? Yeah? I hope you enjoyed that. My take on that is just fucking stupid as hell. Basically, so yeah, black people of colour just don't have access to outdoors, and as we get further, we don't have. This is just ridiculous. I don't know where they think people are living, or what the fuck. They can't go hiking and skiing or do any of these activities. These are personal activities. Not everybody's into those things. Not everyone's into the outdoors. I think it's just a personal choice. Look, more black people in Africa you're going to find playing football, soccer, than you are in America. I don't know any, like, what's the comparison here, you know? You're going to there is football, there is soccer in America, yeah? It's just demographics, not as popular. In Australia, you're going to have more of, all of your European boys and South American, Asian, African doing soccer over here. And, most of the rest of the Aussies and mixed as well are playing football. Nothing wrong with that. People just do what they're going to do. And look, going hiking is not expensive. It's not like people don't have access to... I don't understand what's going on here, honestly. Like, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm actually... It's funny, but I'm also pissed off that we keep going with this story that, like, people are writing the story. People of colour. Get the fuck out of here. Like, we're not one group. Just call us all people then, because you can't just have, white people and then everyone who's not white. No, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that story. So anyway, when I watched a couple of videos and I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is like weird. Just another company going woke. I really went like boom, out of my mind, right? So I had a look on their website and then it took me to the Australian one and I was like, oh, hang on a minute, what's this going on now? So yeah, Australia, well, we've got out. We're not offering the 20%, okay? Sorry guys. But we do have LBTDI whatever the heck that is now. I don't even know. A climbing group specifically for that. There's also a women's of colour, women's POC climbing group as well. Gross, disgusting. I'm like, why are you bringing that in? Why is that a thing here? And this is why I don't talk about racism, because I don't want to talk about it, because it doesn't exist. People just want a problem. If you want a problem, if you live here in Australia, I'm sorry, if you're going on racist my whole life, like, dude, go and live in another country for a little bit. Go and live around the world. Like, everybody's copying something somewhere. The world's not perfect. But you can get around, you can do things. People are not stopping your life. They're not yelling, shouting out things to you all the time on the street. If that happens, it might be one or two people, and if it happens to you all the time, then maybe the common denominator is you, and it's got nothing to do with your skin colour. Because I know if people don't like me, it's just me. It's got nothing to do with the colour of my skin. And I'm definitely not called a white person. And I don't have the same views as POCs. What the hell is that? What is that? You're just trying to make a new race up or something. I honestly do not get it. I don't understand it. It's weird. All right. That being said, I'm going to show you some of that website and the little programs they get going on. And okay, so this is the thing that I was like, oh, no, you didn't. But I mean, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they give us that? So, all right, here we go. Hold up. Okay, you good things. So hopefully you can hear my voice. And I was on the North Face website. All right. So they've got this Explore North Face and all the other things they do. They've got funds and adventure grants, athletes, sustainability policies and programs, and also technologies. Okay, so they go on. I'll just quickly click into them, but I won't go right about their products, about climate change. They also do activism. Well, this whole brand is activism. Here's a bit of history, protecting our planet, sustainable goal, future. They're trying to build climate efforts. So look, I can't be upset with that, you know. Just don't force me or push me to do things. We're committed to create adventure grant. I'm going to turn your adventure aspirations into reality. To learn more about the application process, we're going to go here as a grant recipient, okay? So since 2009, they've been working, inspiring applicants of the North Face Adventure Grant to help turn their expedition dreams into reality. From homegrown adventures in Australia and New Zealand to far-flung corners of the world, we've aided the likes of climbers, runners, skiers, drive equity in the outdoors by funding organisations around two themes: creating a community of new explorers and protecting the environment. We're excited to continue this work in 2023. Yep, congratulations. Probably want a pat on the back. All right, so that's just eligibility to get into it. One moment. Okay, so let's pause it there for a sec. But I'm back on. So basically, they've got grants. They start different programs, bushwalks, stuff for kids, which for disability, and coming from that one's for kids with disability, trauma, issues basically. And they'll take them. They use sports to, give them skills and stuff. Nothing's new there. That they do that in all sports. But the thing with that, where they've worded it, is for children. They didn't say, and they said what the issues were with the children, all children. The next one here is that's for the Trailblazers, was it? Yeah. Provide effective sport-based intervention to support for children impacted by trauma, stress, disabilities, mental health challenges. All right. Beautiful. It's quite specific who they're helping, you know. I can get behind that. The next one, the Affinity Initiative, was founded as part of the Women Uprising to challenge the status quo in the outdoor rock climbing community by empowering, uplifting, and holding space for women of colour. Now, I do have a problem with that. I do. One, please don't ever call me POC or a woman of colour. I'm a woman first of all, and I'm my own person. And anyone who's not white basically is a person of colour. We've all had lived experiences that are different. Okay, different socio-economic backgrounds, different parental systems, different upbringings, values, many things, right? Religions, all this type of things. But we live in one country. Whether you're a new immigrant, a refugee, or you're born here, that really makes no difference. You're not separate. And this thing of separating, why are you a separate group? Like, what didn't you have available to you before? It wasn't because you're a woman of colour. And I really, really want to state that to the highest degree. You know, like, most certainly, the opportunity for not going climbing is not because you're a woman of colour. So why don't you just make it a group for women just to get more women back out there? Why is this specifically for women of colour? I don't know what's going on here. Make it make sense, please. Help me. So, okay, this is what it actually says here, okay? I'm going to read it for you word for word. The Affinity Initiative takes lived experience approach. Fuck these words, man. That address barriers that women of colour experience. What they can't get to a mountain? I'm not sure. To elevate the presence and uplift the voices of women of colour in climbing. It centres all aspects of the climbing industry and community, not to only provide the opportunity, access and platform needed, but to challenge the white-centric narrative prevalent in the outdoors. What the you just let that sit, okay? I'm just going to leave you with that. I'm not even going to say anything because, whoo, that's a whole half an hour, and I ain't doing that. Next, the grant awarded to Affinity Initiative supports trad climbing mentorship programs and masterclasses led by the North Face athletes, catering towards women of colour with a range of trad climbing experience. Catering towards women of colour. You don't know how to cater to me. You don't know what I want. You don't know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm doing. Like, you need to describe this in some other way. Okay? Oh, Jesus. They were also provided with a gear library of camping equipment to lower the barrier of entry for women of colour to be in the outdoors. Look, motherfucker, I'm telling you, half of the women out here, just people in general, don't know shit about camping or about the gear because no one's ever done it. They might have done stuff at school. Oh, you put a little Caribbean and did a little abseil down the wall or something, right? I mean, I go on hikes and stuff. Depends where you live. I'm more of a bush and beach babe, so I'm outdoors in nature all the time. Some people who live in the city are just not outdoors people. Doesn't matter what colour you are. It doesn't matter what colour you are. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wow. Women of colour. For self-identifying First Nations women, black women, and women of colour, we understand that not everyone identifies with the term women of colour, as identities and race intersect is complex. Affinity Initiative is for all cis and trans women of colour, non-binary, queer gender, bi-gender, climbers of colour who are comfortable in women-centred spaces. So why even say people of colour to begin with? Why not just say women? Well, no, just put it for people then. Just put it for people. Because if you're going to start putting trans and whatever else in there, then this is not a space for... This is not centred for women of colour. Get it fucking... Oh, my God. Wow. I can't. All right, now we got the fun stuff, right? This is the one I was like, oh, geez. Just tell us how you think, why don't ya? All right. Yeah. So I don't identify as a cis woman. I don't identify as a POC either. No, thank you. Not today. Right. Climbing QTs. Climbing QTs is the LBGTQ plus social climbing community and advocacy group inclusive of all identities and backgrounds. Founded in Narram, Melbourne. Of course, everything's going on in Melbourne. I'm so glad I don't live there anymore. The QTs uphold a mission to create a space for all humans to feel comfortable. I mean, I don't think it's ever been anyone's mission to make people feel uncomfortable. And if people were, I mean, these are skills we learn along the way, right? This is life. And maybe it's not always correcting the other person's behaviour. Maybe sometimes in that moment you need to learn about the person who's making you feel uncomfortable. Why you're feeling uncomfortable. What makes you feel comfortable. You know, like, what, am I throwing the rose petals down? Do I have to have the aircon on at, 25 degrees for you? Would you like me just... Oh, come on, man. Like, what is this? Unless you're going out of your way to make someone feel uncomfortable, and you're consciously aware of that, people just deal with it. Deal with wherever you are in the situation. You're dealing with different personalities. I don't go out anywhere expecting people to try and make me feel comfortable. You're not going to be able to do it. If you try to do it, you've already lost. You've backfired. Just be normal. Just be natural. Just be a decent human being. Far out. My goodness. Aish. Oh my God. All right. Let's keep going. Social climbing community and advocacy groups are all identities and backgrounds founded in Melbourne. Yep, the QTs uphold a mission to create a space for all humans to feel comfortable, welcome and safe to be themselves within the climbing community. Whether it's at the crag, at the gym or anywhere in between, the QTs represent a movement that is shifting how we participate, spectate, coach, work, train and play in climbing. The Explore Fund grant has helped the QTs expand their outdoor programs and provide financial support to launch a peer mentoring programs. I just don't get. I don't know what the purpose of this is. What are the gays? And I'm saying that because I'm bi. I'm going to say it, right? I'm one of the gays. What do the gays? How do the gays climb any differently? They don't. Each person brings their own thing. Oh my God! This is like. Can we stop? Can we stop separating people in this way? But then they say, oh, it's for the LGBTQI+, but it's for all humans to feel. So just make it a group for people that want to learn climbing, a beginner's group. How about that? Oh, my goodness. No, they need a safe space. They need to be protected. Well, from what? The rain is going to come and wash out your blue hair? You need an umbrella? Like, fuck's sake. All right. Oh, nasty. All right, let's go. So this is what I actually wanted to show you. Where is it? I also hate we live in these times, right, where the fact that I have to be like, oh yeah, I'm bi or I'm gay or whatever. Like, why? I've never had to announce it to anyone before. No one's business. I don't care what you are. You shouldn't care what I'm doing. It changes nothing on the person I am, what I'm doing in life. Oh, because I've had struggles, because of sexuality. I have struggles because of lots of things, okay? Lots of people don't accept a lot of things. This is life. Oh my goodness, wow. And I mean, if you want a group that you can all just like cry on each other's shoulders and just feel like safe amongst yourselves in your little cocoon, do that. That's fine. But that's not for all people. That's just for you guys, okay? That's not for all humans, because not everyone is looking for a safe space. Like, you're just going to do an activity. I don't know why being a woman or a person of colour or LGBT, whatever, has any factor to what's been stopping you from doing it in the first place. And I don't think, okay, I had to re-record that because I must have pressed pause and not play again, so I wasn't recording. Anyway. So the main thing that I actually was like really wanting to show and share is, sorry. Okay, so I will say this actually goes onto the Climbing QT's website. So this is not on the North Pole website, but I found it yeah, we hear it all the time. I just maybe let me know if you come across these things often. It's an opinion, that's for sure. This is a very dangerous thing when you start making a label and then adopting ideals and opinions that may not be aligned with the person next to you, but that person, look, I just want to go climb some rocks and I'm gay. Can I join the group? No, you've got to like spout all this crap as well. So this is it. This is just a little. This is in the first page, you know. Lovely, all that. So just a little mission statement disclaimer. Climbing QTs takes place on stolen lands across so-called Australia that are under colonial occupation, where sovereignty was never ceded. We acknowledge the traditional owners who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today. As Indigenous and non-Indigenous people together, we have a sense of the importance of the country upon where we are standing. Exploration has taken place over many thousands of years. Let us sense the land beneath our feet and acknowledge to whom it belongs and pay our respects to the elders and elders of the past, present and future. Okay, you got that? Yeah. Oh my God. Look, I'm just going to leave it there. That was, for me, one second. Wow, there you go. So that was a lot. I can't even say I'm upset, you know. This is the times that we live in. I think this is just going to be more common and common these days, that's just how people think and how they are. I don't know, I feel some sort of way about it because I'm like, what is actually going on here? What are you... Every chance somebody has to like virtual signal tell you how things should be or how what you should say or how you should say it, like I just want to find honestly like a little cave to go and live in somewhere and just like turn off my ability to understand English. Really, that's what it is. I gotta do that. I gotta just turn off my ears so they can't understand English, because people just be talking some crazy shit right now, honestly. Look, maybe I'm confrontational, possibly. If you talk shit to my face, which I don't like, I think is rubbish, I'm going to say something. I don't know what gives people the authority. They're like, oh, I've done this little inclusion, I've done my little course now, yes, and I got an A, and you know what, when you go over here, you have to make sure that you respect these people. You have to. I'm an adult. Never had a problem before now. I don't know why you are assuming that everybody that you come into contact with needs this information from you. I don't. I'm going to tell you right now. I know half the people that... Nearly everybody I know doesn't need that either. They might not make you feel safe and included. That's subjective. You could pick something new every day, which might be a trigger for you if you want to be offended or feel unsafe. But I just think that's mental health. It's part of mental health. The things that you're going to have to work out. It's an individual problem. That's not a group problem. And then you just, creating new groups. People who want problems. Nuh-uh. And then we have to deal with the problem. No. That's not how it works. The whole world doesn't change to fit your problems. You sort it out at home, darling, before you come out. And you find yourself a little safe place. I mean, you can do that for like 1, 2... If people have a disability and this is an issue we know, you work around it. But just for every general public person, being queer it's no disability. Okay? The struggle is not like, oh my God, like, it's not colonialism, it's not fucking patriarch, it's not misogyny, it's not whatever, fascism, blah, 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 blah. Whichever ism you want to throw out there and feel empowered by. No, darling. So the thing with those two is you need to understand what those words mean to be able to use them all the time. And the one thing is with this, what I noticed with the North Pole is they've got lots of programs and everyone's trying to always push to like have mentoring programs and the next teachers and then become advocates and then push advocacy through everything. Now, not everybody, an advocate is a very specific thing. Not everyone can be an advocate. Yes, you need to be passionate. I mean, you can find lots of people. And the thing with this is people will just read that, memorize it, and then that's it. They're like, oh my God, I'm an advocate. Like, I'm doing things. Like, what are you doing? I'm out here reciting this book. What are you doing? Have you deciphered that book? Because, yeah, I would not just, like, try and remember all the words. We try and figure out like the meaning and where it came from, and a much a broader story, not just what somebody is giving you on a platter because they make you feel safe. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat it up. Let me take it. No, man, no. Oh my God, but I mean, I don't know. So old school. The thing anymore to like think for yourself. If anyone gives you information, do some research. Just don't take what anyone says. Don't listen to me. Who am I? Like, seriously, you're like, oh, this bitch is waffling on. Yes, I could be. I could have some knowledge, you know. I could have a different perspective. I'll listen to everyone. Everybody can teach you. Every person has value. I mean, you might just look at all the bad things you don't like that affect you in a bad way, but every person has value, whether you agree with them or not, whether they're doing good things in life or not. I mean, like even Hitler, you know, people say, he killed a Jew. Or whoever you want to equate to be like some evil person, there's still things to be learnt there. Do I want to, you know, invite him over for a barbecue next week and just hang out with Hitler? Well, you know what? Maybe because I like studying people and I'm interested in that way. But no, obviously he's not the type of personality that I think is good, that I look up to, but it exists, it's real. Having a safe space does not take away all these things in life that are not great or not comfortable, or don't make you feel safe or blah, 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 blah. So this thing of having advocates, the people who are advocating, they're weak. They're weak. It's weak substance, right? If you need a safe space, where is your base? For advocacy, like you really need to know your shit for one. You need to be passionate about it. Knowledge is power. There's no knowledge here. There's no research. There is no depth of life experience. It's just off the backs of other people, this whole thing. And that's why I'm not a groupie. I never go in groups of anything. I'm this or I'm that. I advocate for people. Any situation I can see with my eyes and figure out that's not right. If I want to speak up about it, I will. And if I don't, you're no better than me if you do, right? I'm just like, oh wow, you've like got the Pokemon card before I do or whatever it is. No, that's not how it works. There's no currency for me in fighting fights. Sometimes there is no fight to even be fought. You're not fighting for anything, clearly. And other times, people need to fight for themselves as well. There's sometimes where that voice needs to not come from you over there who feels your privilege is more powerful than somebody else's story, lived experience. But what do I know? My lived experience is invalid because it does not have the same end story and belief system that they would prefer me to have. So, misfit, oh wow, live my whole life. My safe space is here with me. Like I know my brain, confidence in doing the work and being honest with myself, failings, what's coming, like everything, you know, and really digging deep, doing personal work. Not everyone has the capacity to do that, understand. You might need to outsource help from others, but stop blaming others for life. That's not going to help with anything. Anyway, that is my rant over for today, okay? Yeah. Give me your thoughts. This was really random. I'm going to go and do the Women's International Day one now because I had spent a whole half a day reading something, so you never have to, and it's freaking terrible. And I can see so clearly how all this stuff is being pushed in. So I read I'm going to call it like a manifesto, okay, of just gender. They call it anyway, I'll talk about it later, the time something. But it's basically educating everybody how to re-educate everybody else on gender. It's like how many pages, I don't know. The fact is that we're being re-educated. No, I'm sorry. You're not an educator. And there's a study. The one thing I will say about this gender thing, okay, you know what? No, I'm leaving that for another topic because it's just, I'm never going to end. I'm never going to stop. All right. Whew. That was a lot. Take care, guys. Toodles. Peace. I'm out.